Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017 and welcome to Austria. I love this track and it does have a tendency to throw up an interesting result. In the cause of interesting results, we have the Renault of Joylon Palmer today, and one-shot qualifying presents itself to the track. Alright, here we go. Into mix 4. Braking for turn 1, gotta be very careful on the power out of turn 1. It's off camber, car's gonna get light, particularly at the rear end, which of course is where all of your acceleration comes from. Valtteri Bottas is the ghost car right now. We lock up a little bit into turn 3, as the FIA calls it. It's really turn 2, come on. Seems like Vettel and Bottas, they're trading themselves between the ghost cars. Brake myself a bit, paid for it on the exit. Currently classed P10 on aggregate. Can we claw it back through sectors 2 and 3? So far doesn't look like it. I'm overdriving the car a bit. Up into P9, P8 now. P6. And yeah, it's a 109.416, good for P6. Not bad considering we're in the Renault. Where is the rest of the field? Let's find out.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top 3 are Vettel, Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Okay, so Vettel on pole, that's no big surprise, followed by Bottas and Räikkönen. Hamilton off of the front row. That is rather uncharacteristic. We split the Red Bulls of Verstappen and Ricciardo respectively. We line up between them in 6th. Not too bad. Where is Hulkenberg, our Renault teammate? There he is in P14. Well, I think we definitely got a bit more out of the car than he did. Marcus Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein in 20th and 19th, respectively. Lance Stroll down there in 18th and Massa in 15th. Williams definitely not having a good day. Fernando Alonso characteristically hoisting that McLaren Honda up into places where it has no business being. But we will have to see how we get on in the race next. Welcome to the grid here in Austria. We line up 6th today. Who's around us? Well, we'll find out once we get on the formation lap, because I don't quite remember. I know we've split the Red Bulls. Verstappen is in front of us. Ricciardo is immediately behind us. And then we're going to see if we can beat everybody into turn 1. Stand by for fireworks.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Formation lap underway. Also just realized, I don't think I have ever driven the Renault in any of these F1 2017 videos that have been made in a very haphazard fashion. Typically all in big spurts. Of course, we're coming up to the release of F1 2018. And we'll have to start this whole extravaganza all over again. Working on getting everything up to temperature here. We've overtaken Verstappen. You can take your position again, Max. Unless you don't want to. Alright, I guess he doesn't want it that badly. Daniel Ricciardo has been disqualified. Max Verstappen has been disqualified. Why have these guys been disqualified? Kind of hoping I'm not going to be disqualified. Because technically speaking, I did overtake Max Verstappen. So if that puts me up into 5th place, effectively speaking, I'm aware that I'll have to start in the 6th place grid slot. But that could be quite interesting. Notice there's now a big gap formed in the field as we're coming to the pre-grid here. There's Ricciardo in P7. There's Verstappen morphed into P5 miraculously. Have they really been disqualified?
Be patient and watch for the lights.
Will they be taking the start? I assume they are. Alright, well, a steward's inquiry already and we haven't even started. Oh, Formula One, you never disappoint. Get into mix 3, get the revs up. And off we go. Verstappen and Ricciardo both take the start. Not the best launch. We avoid any major contact into turn 1, and we get a great jump off of Kimi Räikkönen. We're up into 4th now. Huh. Well, this is very interesting. Palmer up into 4th. I don't think that ever happened. Not even on the weirdest of weird pit stop rotations. Vettel and Hamilton going hammer and tongs already. Not even halfway completed with the first lap. Come on, guys, take each other out. You know you want to. What these two guys are really doing is just punching a gigantic hole in the air for me, which I'm going to love down the straights and hate through the corners. Thankfully, most of the corners here are not taken at ridiculously high speeds. Bottas scampering off into the sunset there in P1. Not the best traction in this Renault. Obviously, we're carrying a bit more fuel on board as well, which will pay dividends later on, all things being good. Unless my eyes deceive me, we've gone purple in Sector 1. Look at this, Hamilton and Vettel still going at it side by side. They seem utterly equal in terms of their pace so far. We throw a wrench into their works, we're going to try. Couldn't chop up the inside of Vettel there in the traction zone. The Ferrari, just with superior horsepower, I would reckon. I do remember back in the V10 days, we all talked about how the Renault engines were very torquey. They had a lot of mid-range power. They kind of had a horsepower deficit toward the end of the V10 era, but they had the torque. And remember, in 2005 with Renault, they were running a 6-speed gearbox still. Only Minardi, Renault, and at some tracks, Williams. They were running 6-speed units back in 05, and obviously Renault won the Constructors' Championship, so it worked for them. Bit of a bobble through turn 1. Räikkönen right on our tail. Let's go defensive here. Let's not have a Hamilton-Rosberg coming together. Räikkönen forces us off the track. Let's see. All the time you have to leave a space.
Last lap was a 1:11.4.
All right. I guess they didn't get that one. Look at this, we're just utterly going backwards now from Hamilton and Vettel in front. That's okay. Interesting tactics from Ferrari, I guess, as we nearly launched the car into the sky over those sausage curbs. Thankfully, it didn't break our suspension like Pierre Gasly had happened to him this year.
Teammate is 4.2 seconds.
Räikkönen had DRS there. He's going to have DRS down the back straight here in a moment.
Okay, some information on Räikkönen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, okay, Kimmy, I see how that works.
3 seconds.
You have a problem with your car, so you pushed me off the circuit last time by. And yep, now you're falling back, even with that DRS advantage. Sneaky Finn.
Considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
Plan A.
Copy.
I did not say confirm change. Staying out! Staying out!
Copy. Ultra softs for the next stop.
No! No, 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 no. Super Soft's next stop.
Copy. Ultra softs for the next stop.
No! Ah, man, these guys don't understand anything today. Set Super Soft.
Copy that. Super softs for next box.
Yes! Yes! And I just went and manually reset it just for good measure. Meanwhile, we're falling into the clutches of Verstappen. Oh, well, this isn't very fun. Thought for a moment there we might have been able to compete with the podium finishers, but not anymore. See, we need a safety car right now. That would be fun. We would dive into the pits, get the new tires on, and just pray.
You're closing in on one of the Ferraris.
Oh, are we? Because I don't really see that happening. Stop lying to me.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open.
Cease your fictitious notions.
Copy that. Super softs for next box.
How did you get super softs out of that? I don't know, but okay, that's what we need to be doing anyway. Oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot, I'm Joylon Palmer. I need to be complaining about something right about now. The sky, see the sky over there in the upper left? The sky's a little bit too blue. It's really affecting my pace.
Bottas is leading the race.
I don't care about where Bottas is.
Our gap to first place is 8.7 seconds.
Verstappen behind us. I thought Verstappen and Ricciardo were both disqualified. How is he still running? Unless these are those ridiculous penalties that are going to be assessed after the race. Yes, no, come on. If you're going to disqualify a guy, do it immediately. Make him pull into the pit lane. Yellow flag, but for what? Obviously it's been stubbed down already, but what was that yellow for? So we way overcook it on the brakes.
Okay, some information on Kvyat. It looks like the problem is...
Oh, come on, don't go off. Oh, this sucks. All right. And look at the two disqualified Red Bulls. Now they're ahead of me. Oh, come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Are you seeing this? Did you see what Verstappen and Ricciardo did?
Well, our tyres, they look okay for now, but we can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful.
What good is a race engineer if you can't complain to him? Talk to Charlie. The Red Bulls are out. The Red Bulls are disqualified.
The gap is less than a second. They're on old Ultra Softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was 12.8.
Ridiculous frustration now setting in.
Caution, caution.
Caution, caution. Now what? Is this still for the torpedo that torpedoed a barrier? Oh, look, there he is. Ah, he did torpedo a barrier. Oh, what rotten luck. All right, Red Bulls, you've got customer Renault engines in the back there. I'm the works car. Yield to me. You're both disqualified anyway. Don't even understand how you're still running. Man, this thing is twitchy.
The gap to the car ahead is 9.4 seconds.
Up into P3 on the pit stop rotation. That's not consoling in the least. Hulkenberg, our teammate now, behind us on the pit stop rotation. Let's see if we can wait for him to stop. Already halfway through this race. Man, time flies when you're not having fun. Right, yeah, tires are getting there. Probably eke out one more lap. Yeah, twitchy as she goes. I guess I understand why I haven't spent all that much time in this Renault. Despite me thinking that it was the best looking car of 2017, I think it certainly lacks in the handling department. The guys in front have stopped.
Green flag.
Alright, so that's P1 on aggregate for us. Alright, it's a Renault 1-2 right now. Stop the race, stop the race. Come on. It's too dangerous. Don't you see those trees out there on the hillside? They're menacing. One of them could teleport their way onto start-finish and it'd be a disaster. Stop the race.
We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Keep current.
Confirmed.
Alright, so you understand that. I must speak your code. Alright. Now, is there a way that we could take out Bottas? I don't think we should try that. I don't think we should try taking anybody out. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
All right. That drops us back quite a bit. Williams were getting ready for a stop as well.
Exit now.
All right, that drops us into P8 for the moment.
Complete. See these tires through to the end now.
Don't crash on the way out. Very narrow pit exit here. Puts us into 9th. There's Perez. He's also on the super soft, so his stop is done. At least we're in the points. Did Palmer ever finish in the points? I don't know. He had that forgettable a career that I legitimately don't know. Nico is in the pits.
Nico is in the pits.
Hey. It's almost like I knew he was going to say that. DRS on Perez. What's it worth? Not a whole lot. Remember, this is 2017, so we don't have the DRS zone down this straight. We'll just have to try and get a tow from him. Up into P6 where we started. Okay. No loss but no gain. That's okay, I suppose. We'll have DRS on him right here, though. And we're close enough to take advantage of it. Hola, Sergio. Estoy aquí. Gracias, señor. All right. And look, it's Verstappen. It's the disqualified Max Verstappen. Where's Daniel Ricciardo? Because he's also disqualified. Just according to what the stewards announced on the formation lap. Again, who knows? I could be leading the race right now. Everybody in front of me might be disqualified for all I know. And it's DRS to the fore again. No idea how to speak Dutch. Oh, look at Max moving around right before the braking zone. Naughty, naughty. Take that, you scoundrel. Up into P4 once again then. And look, it's Ricciardo in P3. Have a look at that. Isn't that convenient? We overtook one Red Bull. Can we overtake a second one? I don't know. It's the gap to Verstappen, 1.4. Okay. No DRS threat from him. I also do have to say, just an anecdote from the Assetto Corsa side of the world, the view out of the cockpit of this car looks uncannily like Formula Hybrid 2017, just putting that out there. Obviously, RSS making that mod, they didn't see any of the real-world 2017 cars before they did 99% of their design work, so coincidence for sure, but again, just tells you what a great job they actually did. Three seconds back to Ricciardo. Are we gaining on him at all? Perhaps marginally. 2.8 seconds now. Again, I don't know why Charlie hasn't pulled these guys out of the race yet. Maybe Charlie has a new Clio waiting for him when he's done with work today. Or perhaps a new Tag Heuer watch. Who knows? Had a yellow flag for some unknown reason. Nothing important, evidently. Safety car at this point would end the race, pretty much. So we don't want that. But I would like to get on the podium.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I know. Tire wear situation. Oh man, beautiful. We are gaining marginally on Ricciardo, but we've only got 2 laps left. 2.2 seconds now.
The gap to teammate is 7.7 seconds.
That was a mess in turn 1, but we get away with it. We don't attract any attention from the stewards. Hopefully because they're investigating Ricciardo and Verstappen. Come on, disqualify them both. In particular, disqualify Ricciardo. He looked at me funny a couple of years ago. That totally broke the sporting regs. You know, if in some alternate timeline I were actually a Formula 1 driver, could you imagine my radio transmissions? If this is anything to go by, I think I might make Alonso look like he's kind of dead inside. I mean, yeah, I'd be out there, I'd be trying to play politics with Charlie on every lap.
18.7 seconds.
Be like, hey Charlie, I know,
5.4.
Article 5, subsection 2.1-37 of the sporting regs. I think Daniel Ricciardo, I think there might be some ice cream or something, some ice cream residue in his fuel tank. That's clearly a performance advantage. Rumor has it Kimi put it there. Hamilton is out of the race. He was in front of us, was he not? That could be big.
Green flag.
Was Hamilton in front of us? Yes, I believe he was.
Yellow flag.
P3. P3. That makes me want Ricciardo's position all the more. Verstappen is now out of the race. Oh, come on! Come on, Ricciardo. Drop out. Drop out. Get disqualified like you should have been already. We're now on the podium in this Renault. Ricciardo is going to finish second at this rate. We've got one more lap. We're not going to catch Daniel on pace. That means Bottas is going to
This
win.
is your final lap of the race.
He's in my sights, but what can I say? I'm just not close enough.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Beautiful.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.5 seconds.
That's Verstappen. Dropped out. I see what he's doing. Talk about playing politics. He knows he's disqualified, so he's dropping out. So he can class it as a retirement, get a free engine change out of the deal. I see how that works. Not close enough to Ricciardo to try anything on track. Bottas has won the race. I wish there was an option to go to the steward's room, because I would be making such a case right now. P3 for us.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Classified third. That should be the official classification. Maybe there's a 10-second penalty for Ricciardo that I don't know about. We'll see. But I doubt it.
So,
Depart for May.
another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres. But at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else. And that's exactly what
Sebastian
they did today.
Vettel, we beat him.
And
Yikes.
here are our podium drivers today after that.
And
excellent
enjoy
race.
this, Joylon
They've
Palmer
excelled
on the
here, as they
podium.
so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory.
You'll never see that.
Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Look at that, Daniel Ricciardo with the champagne bottle that's rightfully mine, and he knows it. Notice he's not spraying all that much of it, because he knows that he owes me some. Let's see these results. Come on, penalty
Now
for
then,
Ricciardo.
Anthony Davidson,
No.
Who was your driver of the day?
Felipe Massa. For
What?
me, that was an outstanding performance that drew on every bit of his not unsubstantial experience.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
All right, I love Felipe Massa. He's honestly one of the greatest drivers I've seen in my time watching Formula One. But Felipe Massa, driver of the day. Do you not see Joylon Palmer up there, who has improved on his form tremendously? I mean, Joylon Palmer on the podium. That never happens. Just no. But I guess, all right, Massa gets driver of the day. He wasn't even supposed to be in that car in 2017, but there he is. Okay, fair enough. But Valtteri Bottas taking the win in the only Mercedes to finish the race. Daniel Ricciardo quite weirdly in second after clearly being disqualified on the formation lap. Just saying, stewards, this one is going to go to the International Motorsport Council in Paris, and we're going to make such a scene. You're going to regret it. Anyway, there I am in third. consolation prize, I suppose. Sebastian Vettel down there in 4th. We beat him fair and square. We actually beat both of the Ferraris very fairly and very squarely. Perez in 5th. Massa 6th there with Driver of the Day awards. Hulkenberg there in 7th. Ocon in 8th. Grosjean 9th. And Fernando Alonso gets a point in 10th. Not bad. Of course, he was helped by the retirements in front, namely of Verstappen and Hamilton. Sainz there in 11th. Toro Rosso, got to remember, he's not in the Renault in this game. Raikkonen down in 12th. What happened to Kimi? I know he had a problem, but that was a big problem if ever I saw one. Lance Stroll 13th. Not a bad day for the young Canadian. Van Dorn in 15th in the Honda. 16th and 17th for the two Saubers of Verline and Ericsson. Hamilton out of the race in 18th. Verstappen out of the race in 19th. And Fiat out of the race in 20th. How about that? Well, we said that Austria can throw up an interesting result, and it did not disappoint yet again. Hopefully this video was not disappointing for you. I hope you enjoyed all of my complaints incessantly throughout all 18 laps here. Thank you all for watching. FerrariMan601 saying thanks, and of course, we will see you soon.